a bit of a scratchy line over there. So we'll try and just wrap up the conversation.
So I just wanted to point out, ED sources, they are indicating that Mr. Reddy of Oro Pharma and Mr. Babu of Pernod Ricard, they have been arrested on money laundering charges, and that's why Oro Pharma should be in focus, because I believe that Mr. Reddy, he's the whole-time director of Oro Pharma, I think, and that was flashing for you on the screen, and that explains why the stock has moved a little bit lower. We'll try to get you further details, but that was the flash that was up, so just thought we'll point that out for our viewers.
Okay, the stock is reacting to that, down almost about 3% there. We'll try and get you more details, but in the meantime, we also have PI Industries, which is in focus. Remember, the company posted a very good set of numbers, but the other good set of numbers came in from GSFC. It was the fertilizer segment which has seen the EBIT surge 4 times versus last year, despite higher gas prices and erratic rains. The industrial segment, however, has reported a loss this time around. VD Nanavaty, who's the Executive Director and CFO at GSFC, joins us now to talk about that. Sir, thanks a lot for joining in. It was the fertilizer segment that really led to that big growth this time around. So I'll talk about that in a bit. But first, in the industrial segment, the losses continue there on the EBIT front. Can you tell us what were the caprolactam benzene spreads, and do you think this EBIT loss is something that you'll have to see in the industrial segment in the second half of the year as well?
Yeah, so the caprobenzene spread went down below $1,000, which is a benchmark for any profitability in industrial product segment. We saw a lot of volatility in the crude prices. So benzene being a crude derivative, it affected the benzene price, while the capro price did not rise in tandem. So we had this spread coming down and overall segment showing the loss. Still going forward also, we see some pressure on the finished product prices in this industrial product segment. So there will be borderline case, so to say, in next 6 months.
So what should be the new spread we should work with, Mr. Nanavaty? Earlier you were talking about, the spreads could be maintained at around $1,000. Do you want to revise that downwards?
As of now, it is a little lower, maybe $850 to $900.
Okay. And for the second half of the year, sir, what should it be?
Yeah, it should be around this range only. So on a yearly basis, it won't catch up with $1,000. That is what.
So the new guidance should be around $950, or will it be even lower than that?
Around 900 only, I would say.
Okay.
Okay. The fertilizer segment over there, the EBIT has gone up substantially. I mean, it's been a 4 times jump. So let's talk about that. This is despite higher gas prices, erratic rains, etc. Can you tell us what kind of growth do you see in the fertilizer segment? What are the trends looking like over the next couple of quarters?
Yeah, so government has come out with the subsidy for the second half of the year, where most of the subsidy has been maintained with some 3% or so cutting the subsidy in line with some downward fall trend in the input prices. So with that clarity in mind and MRP of the various fertilizers remaining more or less the same, so we continue to see good revenue and profit in the fertilizer segment for second half also. And overall basis, we, as we said earlier, we hope to cross 10,000 crore mark in turnover.
Right. Mr. Nanavaty, what about gas supplies? Last time you had indicated that there is an issue with regards to adequate supply of gas from GAIL. Has that eased out, and what are prices that you're paying now?
No, some constraints are there, but last time also I said there is no production loss because of gas supply constraints. So it is available at a little higher price compared to normal price. But as far as urea is concerned, gas is a pass-through in form of a subsidy. So there we don't have any problem. And recently government has also provided very good subsidy rate for the nitrogen, which is mainly coming out of processing natural gas.
Okay.
So and with our very long experience in gas management, we have been able to contract very good long-term contract for gas supplies. So that is reflected in fertilizer margin, where most of the gas is used.
Okay, all right. Mr. Nanavaty, Chambal Fertilizers, they had spoken about some delay in the subsidy payments. If you could tell us what is your outstanding subsidy and are you getting your payments on time?
No, there is some delay in subsidy. Of course, PNK subsidy has been paid, say of at least middle of September, whatever post sale has been done. All the subsidy till middle of September has been paid in PNK fertilizer. Urea, because gas prices are rising very fast, so the revised subsidy determination and payment is taking some time. So there is some pain in urea subsidy particularly, not in PNK.
What is the outstanding amount, sir? I missed that. What is the total outstanding amount?
Yeah, total outstanding is around 2,000 crores.
Okay.
Okay, 2,000 crores. Just one final question on these new packaging norms. I don't know if it impacts your business in a very big way, but this one nation, one fertilizer, the packaging norms, would that impact volumes at all?
Oh, we don't think we will have any problem with the volume, but there will be more marketing efforts will be required on how to differentiate your products with similar looking packaging bags, which farmers may not be able to clearly differentiate. So we'll have to make some efforts on that line, but I don't think any effect on volume will be there.
All right, Mr. Nanavaty, thank you very much. Great speaking with you. Appreciate you joining in with that perspective and a bit of outlook as well. Fertilizer subsidy, I mean, so the second company telling us after Chambal that it's a bit of an issue. Outstanding subsidies at 2,000 crores. Overall industry subsidy for fertilizers is at an all-time high. It's expected to be at an all-time high, largely because of a function of global fertilizer prices, which have gone through the roof, which had gone through the roof, have come off a little bit lately. We'll take a very quick break here. Next up, we're going to be speaking with the management of PI Industries. So that's a solid performance. The stock went up quite a bit yesterday, and Westlife Development is also going to be talking about their second quarter earnings performance on the other side. Stay with us.